Buenas noches, Cleveland Browns. Buenas noches, Paul. How do you do?
Thank you very much, Alvaro. And this is take two because we've just had a technical issue, so we're going to go for it again. Alvaro, thank you very much for the introduction. And Alvaro, tell us, where are you in Spain?
I live in Zaragoza. This is a city in the middle of Barcelona and Madrid. It's a big city.
Okay, great. And if I'm correct, you're the president of the Spanish Browns backers.
Yes, I am, and the founder.
Okay, excellent. And apologies that I can't speak Spanish.
No problem. Thank you to you.
Okay, great. And Santi, where in Spain are you at the moment?
Hola, buenas noches. I'm in Madrid now, so in the capital of Spain.
Okay, awesome. And Paco, whereabouts are you in Spain?
Hello, Paul. I'm in Barcelona, one of the biggest cities in Spain.
Excellent. So we've got Zaragoza, Madrid, and Barcelona, the full Spanish cities. Excellent. And Alvaro, why are you a Browns fan?
Well, it's quite funny because when I started to watch the NFL, I meet someone, a girl from the United States, and she told me the story about the city, the team, the blue-collar people, everything. And I just fall in love.
And Alvaro, have you ever seen the Browns play?
Yes, I did. It was in 2006 in Oakland.
Yes.
And we won that game.
Yes.
So
come on. You've got 100% record as a Browns fan.
Yes, that's 100% victories.
Excellent. And Santi, have you ever seen the Browns play?
No, I didn't do it yet. I am just waiting for the next year AFC Championship game in Cleveland against, I don't know exactly who, but I really don't care, but I'm really looking forward next year's season. Perhaps we can watch it directly. Yep.
Well, you should have gone last year. It would have been a lot cheaper than next year. It's going to be very expensive. There's going to be a lot of Browns fans wanting to go to that game.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. But anyway, I think if we go to the playoffs, I'm sure they will deserve the experience and the money.
Okay, excellent. And Paco, have you ever seen the Browns play?
Yeah, I was in London in 2017, I think, to watch the game between Browns and Vikings, and I could go as a journalist, so I enjoy an amazing experience with food, the game in a nice position, and well, we lost, but I have a 0-1 in my record, but I expect that this record improving in the next years.
Yeah, Paco, we're doing very well up to half-time, then it all went wrong in London.
Yeah, London. I only could stay one day, but it was amazing.
And Santi, how did you become a Browns fan living in Madrid?
Well, I ended up being a Browns fan because I followed Bill Belichick history, and I realized who was with the Cleveland Browns and learned about the story of the team and how the team was moved to Baltimore to become the Baltimore Ratbirds. And yeah, poor guys just wearing these horrible jerseys every day. So I'm really sorry for them. But anyway, now I'm really rooting for the Cleveland Browns, and I think we have a great team, and next year we are going to be hot.
Listeners won't be able to see this, but you're wearing a home Joe Thomas jersey, yeah?
Yep. I don't know if you can see it, yes?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yes,
very nice.
Joe Thomas one. Yep. I know that it's not really popular to wear a left tackle T-shirt, but I think it has been one of our greatest players of all time, so really deserve to buy it, yeah.
Excellent. And Paco, tell us why you're a Browns fan.
Well, Paul, in American sports, in general, I am a loser team fan. But when I started to watch, to follow the NFL, I have no team, but I feel some attraction for the Browns. well, past the team, the final step to becoming a Browns fan was the movie Draft Day.
Oh, yes.
It sounds crazy, but it's right. When I saw the film, these attractions becoming a lot more, and now I started to search about the Browns, this history, so see the games, and while more I see, most I love. So it was a good film and a good decision.
Excellent. Alvaro, how many Browns fans do you think there are in Spain?
It's hard to say. We don't keep the records like American people does with chapters and such. So we have to measure with Twitter followers or our podcast followers, and that's pretty good actually. We are like the third or fourth account with more followers. And our podcast is recently awarded with the best one about a particular team. So I don't know. I would say 500,000, maybe more.
500 people in Spain. Wow.
Yeah.
Where are they all hiding? I can only find like 5, 10 on social media. We need to find them.
Well, it's a big country, so. But that will improve next year with Baker Mayfield and Freddie Kitchens and all the great things that we are going to do next year.
Okay, great. And Santi, tell us, you've got a Spanish podcast. Last week I found out that we've got a German podcast. Now we've got a Spanish podcast. I feel really bad saying that I'm the only International Browns podcast because there's 3 of us. So, Santi, tell us a little bit more about the podcast.
Okay, well, the podcast, we try to do it on a weekly basis. I think we have been recording this since 4 or 5 years. We are more or less, I think now we are in the 70 recording right now. Last one was 3 weeks ago, more or less. Now now we are in the off season. There's still some, I know there's still a match this Sunday that I think nobody cares about it. So everybody's waiting for the Browns for the next year. So I think we are going to record a new one in a couple of weeks talking about the free agency. And last time I saw, we have more or less 350 downloads. I know we are being listened through all the world, Spanish people talking. So it's not only in Spain. I know the people from Latin America listening to our podcast. So even we have a Telegram group, and anyone who's listening to this and speaks Spanish, if he wants to join our Telegram group about the Cleveland Browns, right now we are 50 guys talking, every time about how Baker Mayfield good is, Jarvis Landry, and so on. And we type what kind of players we want on the free agency on the next draft. So everybody's welcome to join us. Just contact us on the Twitter and just request an invitation.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Santi. It's amazing that you've got a Spanish podcast dedicated to the Browns. I learn something new every single day. That's awesome. And Paco, you're in Barcelona, and I'm coming out to Barcelona for the draft. I'm a stag, best man at a wedding, a bachelor. So I'm in Barcelona for the draft, and we're going to have to meet up during the draft. But if I'm correct, there is a Spanish player in this draft, and the Browns are linked to him.
Yeah, there is a Spanish player that have played in Stanford the past 4 years. His name is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. He's a wide receiver. I have seen a couple of mock drafts, for example, Tankathon or CBS, that have the Browns selecting J.J. Arcega, even in first round. He's a big wide receiver. He could play even as a tight end. And well, we can, maybe you and I can see in Barcelona in the draft, the Browns selecting a Spanish player. Would be, I think, amazing, no?
We could have the exclusive in Barcelona, Browns signing a Spanish player. How cool would that be?
Wow, it would be amazing for the fandom, Brown fandom in Spain. Will be huge, and maybe the Browns will be the first team in Spain.
Excellent. And
I have to say, Paul, I have to say that this guy was born in my city. So I have seen his uncle playing basketball. They were famous Spanish basketball players.
Okay, excellent. And Alvaro, what round do you think he's going to be drafted in?
Well, I think he can be in first round. There is not a lot of big wide receivers this year, so he can be in first round. I'm not that optimistic as Paco about going to the Browns, but well, I think that will be good for him to be selected in the first round, but we'll see.
Yes, some drafts are saying he's going to be taken around the 17th, 18th, so it could be really interesting. Paco, I believe you're a journalist, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Paco, I'm going to put you under pressure now, okay? Do you remember that the Spanish commentator doing the famous Nick Chubb run?
For sure, 92 yards touchdown.
Well, this is your moment. This is your audition for the Cleveland Browns, because I know in Bria they listen to the show. So I want you, with no practice, no rehearsals, to try doing the Chubb run in Spanish with loads of energy. So, Paco, no pressure. Over to you.
Give me the countdown.
In Spanish, 3, 2, 1.
La pelota será para los Browns. Baker Mayfield la suelta para Nick Chubb, que entra por el interior, se marcha de 1. La yarda 30, la 40, la 50. Nadie le para, nadie le hace el tackle. Sigue Nick Chubb, va a llegar a la línea de anotación, va a conseguir el touchdown. Nick Chubb.
Touchdown.
Para
Yes.
92 yardas de touchdown. La carrera más larga del equipo de Cleveland esta temporada. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Woo! What's the word for shots in Spanish?
What?
Shots. How do you say shots?
Chupito.
Tupita. Let's go. Okay, excellent, mate. Bria's going to listen to this, and I think we've got you a job. You're amazing.
Oh, I hope. I want to be the hoster of Spanish Cleveland Brown games.
We just have to work out on the visa, and we should be fine.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you all for your time. Hopefully, I look forward to maybe putting an event on in Spain in 2019 or 2020. Hopefully, we can find all these Spanish Browns fans, get them out. And, yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much.
Thank you to you.
Thank you, Paul. A pleasure.
Thank you, Paul, for hosting us.
No worries.
Gracias.
And as Terminator says in Spanish, hasta la vista, baby.
Sayonara, Paul.